Hey guys, Somebody's Gun here. Today we're going to be going through 5 quick tips that could save your life in game. You may already know some of them, but hopefully you learned something here today. Let's jump right into it, and if you enjoyed the video, feel free to like and subscribe to my channel. Alright, tip number 1 is going to be holding your build after you reset and edit. So this is going to be something that'll save your life in a lot of situations, and you should get into the habit of doing it. So when you reset and edit like that, most people, or often, you'll pull out your weapon back, try and get a peek, try and see what's going on around you. But when you reset the edit, it's literally one shot. So if you see this and someone's resetting your edit, that they're very vulnerable because you can shoot right through the builds. Even if you wait a second, it's still only going to be 2 shots. That's going to leave that person inside the box vulnerable. So not only can you use this tip defensively to hold your builds, but also when you see someone resetting edits and not holding their builds out afterwards like this, then they're going to be vulnerable to get sprayed. The next tip is to check your back before you rotate. So I carelessly rotate here, get absolutely beamed because of it. And if I were to look around and gather more information on my surroundings, I would have known that that player was there. I honestly did know that that player was there. I just got lazy and didn't look and didn't protect my backside. So because of that, I wound up getting beamed twice by being lazy on my rotates, not being aware of my surroundings and looking behind me. That ultimately winds up costing me my death. Again, it's always going to be the side you're not looking at that's going to cost you your life. So make sure, check your backside on rotates when you're building, because it is your most vulnerable point, because you're not going to be able to see it. The next tip is going to be to do your homework and know the areas where there's going to be a lot of congestion. So thank you to War Legend. Give them a follow. It's WL Fortnite on social media if you're trying to check them out. They do some great work. And here on this map, you can see the heat map of where people died in 35,000 matches. So that's a shit ton of data. And the POIs are obviously going to be more deaths occurring within them. But what you really should be taking advantage of is identifying the locations that aren't major POIs. So we can see every single bridge on this map is lit up yellow. So these bridges are going to be high congestion areas, risky. The central area right here, like we see these brighter yellow areas, that's going to be your higher congestion. And I do a full video on trying to understand the macro rotations and player movements throughout the map, but this does a good job at highlighting it perfectly within one image. So I'll link the tweet in the description if you want to check it out yourself. I do recommend taking time to understand where the vulnerable and congested areas of the map are. All right, this next piece is to show you to have trigger discipline. The first shot is not always going to be your best one. So as you can see on the screen, I do have a free shot at this guy, but I wait until he's in a more vulnerable position and easier shots to be had. That way I can grab maximum damage. Now, this is extremely important to do when you're with your teammates in duos or trios, squads, whatever it may be, because that is going to be make or break between you winning or losing a fight. If you go ahead and shoot before your teammates are aligned with you, you could be putting them into bad positions. So always understanding when you can wait to make a better shot is very important and going to help you win a lot more fights by starting off with damage off the rip. So the last tip that I'm going to share with you guys is to take time to organize your inventory and make sure it is where you want it to be. For controller players, I'd say this is even more important because you have to move through your inventory. Keyboard and mouse, it's still going to be important because you have or you're used to certain weapons being on certain binds. But make sure take the time after engagements, after you pick up loot, when you're rotating, that your inventory is in order. And this doesn't necessarily just need to be the weapons in your loadout. This could be during a rotate in endgame, taking the time to box up, understand what your materials are. That way you can proceed forward with the knowledge of, okay, I have this many mats, I have one pad, or I have this many mats, no pads, I have floppers, whatever it may be. But this way you could play your inventory better and you're understanding what's going on. Hey guys, I hope that helped and you were able to learn something from those videos. Again, if you did, feel free, show me some love. Drop a like on the video, subscribe up above, or maybe it's down below. I don't know. But I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.